I didn't come on, but this is the tail of the tape. Isaac Dogboe at 23, 3 years old, younger than Cesar Juarez. Juarez will also have the height advantage by an inch. They weigh at the same weight, and in terms of reach, Juarez will also have the advantage. Dogboe is campaigning at this rate, if he wins this and faces Cesar Magdaleno, to become perhaps Ghana's youngest ever world champion. But I'm looking at the ages. Nane Abuledu became a world champion at 25, Azuma at 26, Aikote at 25, Agbeko at 27, Afrekote at 26. At 23, if he manages to get this and then also win, he'll be the youngest ever.
Well, he definitely will be the youngest ever boxer. He'll be able to win this WBO interim title as we pause to pay homage to the two national anthems, first of Mexico.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and our cherished viewers, if you are joining us, this is Fight Night on GH1 TV. We are coming to you across the country live on GH1 TV. We are also streaming live on gh1.com, streaming live on that website. We are streaming live on YouTube. Just look for GH1 TV. We are streaming live on Facebook. This is for the WBO Super Bantamweight interim title. And then for the right to face the actual champion, Cesar Magdaleno of the United States of America. And this is Cesar Juarez of Mexico. 25 fights, 20 victories, 5 defeats, 20 of those, 15 out of the 20 victories coming by way of technical knockouts. And Isaac Dogboe of Ghana, 17 fights, no losses, no draws. 11 of those victories coming by way of technical knockout. And it's a blistering start. And the crowd here at the Brooklyn Boxing Arena are in full voice as Dogboe attacks from the onset. He's exerting a lot of energy with a left and then a right. Both fighters throwing combinations. Juarez at the receiving end of left hooks coming from Dogboe to the body and then to the jaw. So it's a lightning quick start by Dogboe as he goes in to work on the body of the Mexican. Left-right combinations, but the Mexican boxer is very well wrapped at this moment, and none of Dogboe's shots have actually found his head. It's a very quick start, Prince, isn't it?
Positively, it is a good start for Dogboe. Technically, I think he opened up a bit too early. He is fighting against a tough, rugged Mexican. And you read his resume. You know where he's been before. These are not the things that will scare Le Corazon, as he is called. These are not the steps that a boxer should take against a potential world champion. But obviously, Isaac Dogboe knows what he is about. He's listened to his corners. Maybe an open, explosive first round will settle his nerves to do the job in the
and that's round. Exactly what he's doing. Throwing in hooks, working the body of Juarez. And Juarez is also counter-punching with some big shots to the body of Isaac Dogboe. That's a lovely left hook by Dogboe. It caught Juarez flash on the left side of his jaw. And he follows that up with stinging punches to the body and to the head as he tries with combinations to take out the Mexican in these early stages. Dogboe in the all-white trunk against the Mexican, Cesar Juarez, in the Mexican colors, red, white, and green. Corazon, he calls himself, hat. Against Ghana's Royal Storm for the WBO Super Bantamweight interim title. Dogboe has made a lightning start, and both fighters are making their hands go as they exchange punches. Dogboe slightly ahead. He's landed more punches. Juarez seems a bit jolted by the lightning kick start made by the Ghanaian. And it's the end of an entertaining and action-packed round one. I still have with me here Frederick Lawson, who at one point was one step away from winning the world title at world flyweight level. What do you make of the start by Dogboe? He started very quickly with a lot of energy.
Well, Dogboe started very good. I like the start he started. But I hope he continues the next round to next level, because you know these Mexicans are kind of they got this power pack in their body. They can breathe. They got this altitude training, so they're okay with the weather. But you know what? Dogboe has a good beginning, and I hope we take it to the end. And I know Dogboe can do that. So let's hope for the better.
Well, Frederick Laws is saying let's hope for the better. I can tell you though that in the last few fights that Juarez has been involved in, he started very slowly and eventually he builds momentum and brings the fight to the opponent. He likes to stalk the opponent in the ring. Against Nonito Donaire, the fight really exploded into action in the latter stages. Against Alberto Pelgara, the fight really exploded in the latter stages. So it's still early days yet. And typical of the fighting style of Juarez, he stalks and he keeps coming. A bit flat-footed, a bit slow, a bit predictable, but he's not the sort of fighter who steps backwards. He just keeps coming and he keeps coming.
From the fights that he's fought and the kind of fight record he has, he knows what he's about in the ring. I was just explaining to a few of the guys back here that to fight against a Mexican and to open up that early, it means you have a strategy to finish the fight off early because he has got the staying power. He is coming from a rich family of Mexican boxers. You understand? Julio Cesar Juarez has been there before. Saul Canelo Alvarez has been there before. Marco Antonio Barrera has been there before. These are quality fighters from Mexico. So obviously, the plan is to open up quick, which he has done. Let's see how the Mexican will flow in his steps so that Dogboe can take the opportunity. I'm looking forward.
He's down.
There you go.
Juarez is down. Juarez is down. And he's back on his feet. Juarez went in with a combination shot against Dogboe with a left and then a right. And then he got caught flush with counter punch by Dogboe. And Dogboe goes in for the kill. The Ghanaian can smell blood. And he wants to finish this. But Juarez is a tough cookie. Against Nonito Donaire, he was dropped to the canvas 2 times. And he came back to take the fight to the distance. So this fight is by no means finished. Dogboe goes in for the kill. And he takes, is it coming a slap fest in the corner? Dogboe to the body, to the head with the left, and then the right, and then the left hook. Left, stick jab, and then a right hook. Juarez still on his feet. Dogboe to the body, and then a hook. Combinations coming from Dogboe. That left, and then a right. Juarez trying to fight back. Dogboe with a right, and then a left, and then another left, and then another right. Juarez barely standing on his feet. Dogboe sensing blood. The Mexican is trying to fight back. Dogboe goes in for the kill with another left, and then another right. He can sense blood, and he's trying to finish it. Juarez remains on his feet. He's got quite a chin. Not very good defenses, but he's got a strong chin. And he stayed on his feet for the rest of the round as we enter the final 10 seconds of the round. A good left finds the face of Dogboe. Dogboe comes in with a left. What a round! And the Bukom Boxing Arena is bouncing. I can feel the ground shaking beneath my feet. The fans are enjoying this. And Isaac Dogboe is delivering a momentous fighting experience to those who have gathered here tonight. So let's go back again and see that knockdown. Juarez came in, and then Dogboe with a left counter punch sent him sprawling to the ground. And here's the punch that found him straight to the jaw. It was a left hook.
Pepper left hook. That's a pepper left hook at the right time and the right place. No, it's a good hook from Dogboe. Pepper left hook at the right time and the right place.
Dogboe swiftly turning defense into attack. He was the one under attack. Cesar Juarez with a left and a right combination. Dogboe spotting the gap. With a left hook, he finds the jaw and his man is on his mouth.
And that's the flaw I was looking for. As soon as he opened up big in the first round, I knew that he was going to make the Mexican commit mistakes. The mistakes have started coming. He's been able to spot one opening and the left hook did the trick. Let's see what the other rounds have to offer. But let's not be carried away. The Mexican is a true fighter. He is collecting the punches as they come and he's returning them if they can.
Dogboe is going for broke at this moment. Starting round 3 just as he started the 2 previous rounds. But mind you, he's exerting a lot of energy. against Pablo Chacon last year. It took on a similar style, but as the middle rounds came, Chacon grew stronger until he quit. But here's Dogboe again, pounding with a left and a right and a left and a right combination. Dogboe with the hooks and the uppercuts, swinging furiously like a man possessed. It looks like he wants to finish this fight. He doesn't want this fight to travel the distance. But I can tell you that Cesar Juarez has got a tough chin and loves to stay on his feet, take the punishment, and grow stronger in the fight. Dogboe, he seems to have expended some energy. He's bouncing and pivoting himself on his heels as Juarez comes. Juarez's style is to keep stalking his opponent and keep coming. He doesn't know how to retreat when he's fighting. As he comes with some body shots to the left midriff of Dogboe. Dogboe returning fire with fire. Juarez comes. He tries an overhand. It doesn't land. He tries some body punches. And Dogboe returns it in kind. And then goes for the head of Juarez. Dogboe finding the head with his hooks. A big right. And a big left from Juarez. Dogboe with a big left. He couldn't follow it up. Juarez punching away to the body. He's working downtown. Throwing punches, wild punches, I have to say. Dogboe with a right overhand. And Juarez with a double combination against Dogboe. This is being fought at an amazing pace. As we enter the final 40 seconds, Dogboe seems a bit knackered, but he throws a good left, which lands. Dogboe with another left and a right. A big right, I have to say. Juarez, he seems a bit disorientated at the moment as Dogboe goes in with a right. Dogboe using the angles and throwing the hooks. At the moment, Juarez is swinging quite wildly. And you can see from the background, this fight is completely absorbing all the VIPs with their eyes on the action. As round 3 comes to an end. I still have with me here Lawson Frederick, former welterweight #1 contender. And what do you make of that round? This one was a bit more even than the previous round.
Exactly, but I think what I think Dogboe should take his time. You know, Suarez is weak at the downtown. You just go downtown and step inside and fight for him. Carry the fight. Dogboe carry the fight to him rather. He's going to give a head knockout for this round, the next round coming up. Dogboe should fight to him. He's going to time down.
It's pound for pound boxing at its finest, Prince. Juarez swinging very, very wildly, but Dogboe seems to be finding his range and seems to be finding his target with the hooks that he's unloading and a big right.
It seems to be working for Dogboe at this stage. I don't know about pound for pound in the world, but at least they're trading the punches, and it looks like it's a give and take affair for now. But the Mexican has shown that he's tough. He's strong in the midsection. He comes out fighting strong, and he takes everything that you give to him.
Well, here we go with round 4 of this WBO Super Bantamweight interim title fight between Isaac Dogboe of Ghana and Cesar Juarez of Mexico. Outscored the last 3 rounds in favor of the Ghanaian, but it's been a battle of attrition. No punches pulled. They are letting their hands go. And this is what the fans love. Dogboe being stopped again by Juarez. The Mexican will keep coming. And Dogboe working downtown. Throwing punches to the body. Working downtown. And then switching very quickly to some headshots. With his left jab. Here he goes. Left jab and a big right from Isaac Dogboe of Ghana. Juarez still coming. He tries the body shots. He has Dogboe in the corner, but Dogboe quickly spins himself out of trouble and comes into the middle of the ring. Referee Weeks spots a foreign material on the canvas and he quickly throws it out. Dogboe. And the more Juarez swings, the more he leaves himself open and he makes mistakes.
Exactly. He always makes mistakes and leaving the downtown open. And that's the opportunity for Dogboe to just step in for that. And I think gradually, Dogboe is going to wear him down.
Well, Dogboe, the idea being to wear him down by working him downstairs with the body shots. And the Mexican seems a bit discombobulated at the moment. The fight has been at a frenetic pace. Good shots, big left and right by Dogboe. That combination rocks the Mexican, but he will come forward. Juarez, slow, predictable, but a warrior at heart. He doesn't know when to say enough is enough, and he keeps coming. And Dogboe exploiting his mistakes, because as he lets his hand go, he exposes himself. And Dogboe taking shots left, right, and another left to the head, another left-right combination to the head. Juarez with combinations of his own to Dogboe's head. This is a tough fight for the Ghanaian. Dogboe, again another big right, and then a jab, and then an uppercut. Juarez trying to fight back, but he's only opening himself to big punches from Dogboe. There we go. Dogboe trying to finish the round with a plump. He's in the corner. Juarez trying to pin him with a couple of shots and a couple of combinations. But Dogboe gets himself out of trouble. Juarez, you can see the Mexico tiring already. He's got specks of blood on his face, and you can tell that he's picked up a cut. I'm not sure which part of his face yet that cut is. Oh, that's an excellent uppercut to end round 4. Another Dogboe round for me. And Dogboe, as it stands now, is on his way to winning this interim title.
I do hope that he's sincerely on his way to win the title, because over the first 4 rounds, it's been a tough encounter. The Mexican has shown that he will stand on his feet, come what may. That first knockdown by Dogboe, a lucky punch for him with a left hook, sent his opponent Juarez to the canvas. But after that, you have noticed that he's kept his cool. He's sucking in the pressure from Dogboe. Dogboe seems to be tiring out a little bit at this stage. I would wish that a lot more concentration work on the body would suffice.
From the closet, we've seen the round 4, now we are moving to the round 5. Is Dogboe doing what you expect him to do?
He's doing what I expect him to do, but I want him to do more, because he can't wait for the whole night for him to start the fight. I want Dogboe to fight in now. Dogboe is doing a good fighting, but I want him to attack a little bit. It's always trending. You know, it's good. I'm not saying it's bad though. It's good, but I want him just switch it a little bit to try, because Dogboe can do something better when he attacks and go downtown.
And we go to round 5 of this WBO Super Bantamweight interim title fight between Ghana's Isaac Dogboe and Cesar Juarez of Mexico. It's been a festive dishing out of punches between the two fighters. Dogboe making use of his opportunities. Juarez fighting back in round 5. Volumes of punches being thrown here. Dogboe with a straight right, straight into the face of Juarez. Juarez trying to protect himself, and then he leaves himself open for another right hook, and then a stiff left straight into his face. Dogboe finding joy whenever he swings, because the Mexican is making too many mistakes as he swings and tries to attack. His defenses are suspect, Cesar Juarez. And Dogboe almost slips there, but he manages to find his feet. Cesar Juarez receives a stinging right from Dogboe, and he's bleeding from the nose already in this 5th round of a scheduled 12-round encounter for the WBO Super Bantamweight interim title. Dogboe and Juarez stalking Dogboe, trying to pin him to the corner. The Ghanaian doing excellent work counter boxing and turning his disadvantage in the corner into an advantage. That's a lovely right, straight, landing on the side of the face of Juarez. Juarez again tries to find a combination against the Ghanaian, and the Ghanaian quickly moves out of trouble and clinches Juarez to break up the Mexican's momentum. And the Mexican is cautioned. Oh, that's an excellent leg hook. And Juarez is down. Juarez is down. Excellent left hook. Tony Wick has stopped the fight. It's over here at the Booker Boxing Arena. It's over. It's over. Juarez cannot continue. It's over. It's over. It's over. What a night for Ghana Boxing. And what a night for Isaac Dogboe, the Royal Storm. That left hook came out of nowhere. Cesar Juarez never saw that coming. It dropped him. He's not able to continue. His eyes are glazed. His nostrils are oozing blood. The Royal Storm, Isaac Dogboe, has done it again. In front of his partisan home crowd. He has beaten Cesar Juarez and is a new WBO Super Bantamweight interim world champion. But let's just see how it went down. And let's just rewind it. Juarez attacking again, pushing Dogboe to the corner. Dogboe very smartly clinches and he manages to weather the storm. The referee warns the Mexican and then they are left to engage again. The Mexican as usual comes forward and Dogboe with that left hook which stunned him. Amazing punching power,
man. Because you know what? Dogboe just set him up. He set him up with a jab and the weak punches. Following him was just walking, so automatically he stepped into the right punch and that was it. That punch was a great punch at the same time and a good target.
What a night of boxing for Ghana.
Impressive.
Sixth round.
Impressive.
Technical knockout.
Impressive. You did say it. We're going to have our youngest world champion yet. He has proved the skeptics wrong by going out explosively in the first round. He has carried